It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got another battle report for you today. It's Game 5 of Hogfest GT. Guys, I am so sorry that it's been so long from Game 4 to get to Game 5, but in all fairness, I'm still waiting for my Game 4 of Buckeye Battles from Green Dragon Gaming. He still hasn't posted that one, and that was the one I played him in. Anyways, guys, it took me a while. Well, it was a holiday last week, so I will normally do the videos honestly at work when I get a big giant lunch break, and lately it's been pretty busy at the gym. I think it's because after Thanksgiving people have just been kind of like, hey, I'm fat, I need to work out. Anyways, that's neither here or there. It's kind of here, but kind of there. Anyways, guys, let's go over Game 5 of Hogfest, because not only am I going to go over Game 5, it's probably going to be a 50-minute video. It's usually a 50-minute video, but I'm also going to go over how my army performed overall, and how did everybody perform at Hogfest. Now, guys, if you guys have been following from Game 1 through Game 4, I've been fighting for the top table since Game 1, or since Game 2. So basically, every player I played has been a really good opponent. They've been really tough opponent, and I'm not gonna. My opponent here is probably right up there with everybody else because he practices with the Team Poland ETC team. He's one of their friends. He goes out there, I think, pretty often to go play against these guys, and he's been in the Polish Nationals and stuff like that. He actually sent me an application form for Team Mexico, and he gave me all his credentials. I haven't really read through it all, to be honest, because I'm not right there yet. Anyways, just kind of me rambling. Let's go over what I have on the table. Let's go over what he has on the table, and let's go over this game, because I'm pretty sure you guys are really interested to see how this game goes. Over here, I got my army. I got my Bazooka and the Horde. This is basically 46 common goblins, bow, shield, shady gits, 3 shady gits, and then they have the BSB with them. The BSB has the War Banner, which is a banner that is no longer in existence, as I understand. I think it just does something different. Anyways. Up in the back in the cave, I got my 5 Goblin Wolf Riders, the Raiders, and then up on top here, I got the Space Rock. On top of the Space Rock is Chicken Head, so it's the Chicken Rock, coast to coast. He is basically, he was a tournament MVP last tournament. Let's see if he could do a repeat this tournament. Over here, I got my A-Rock, the Mother of Dragons, the Slayer of Dwarves, the Devourer Slayers, that's what I meant to say, and the Eater of Artax. Now, guys, the A-Rock usually is the tournament MVP. Has gone through 5 tournaments where she's ranked up the most points out of everybody on my table. So let's just see how that goes. Over on the right side, I got a giant block of 20 feral orcs with extra hand weapons and the big Stabadon. And then up on top of them is my wolf chariots. I got 3 wolf chariots, Kaiser, Koenig, and Koga. Up top over here on the right side, I got General Zod, and Zod is my general. He has a 1-up, 4-up. He has great weapon. He has paired weapons. He has he actually has the Crown of Autocracy right now, so he can get Leadership 10. And before I get more and more and more freaking messages on YouTube, yes, he can have Leadership 10 with the Crown of Autocracy. If you read the fine print, it says Wizards cannot exceed Leadership 9. Anyways, over on the left side, I got Crom. This is a sad day for Crom, guys. I'll give a farewell goodbye to Crom at the end of this game, because you will see why. But before we get there, let's go over this game. Let's see what Crom does in this game. And then up on top, we have Pete Reese. But in front of Pete Reese is Baxter the Pyromaniac, the Prophet, the Green Prophet, and my 20 common goblins with the Bushwhackers. Alright, my opponent, he gave me this menu. He literally has a menu. I'm dead fucking serious. Under the Lustrian Moon Inn. Alright, and inside, he shows me his plate here, and on his plates he has a delicacy that is probably an acquired taste. I mean, I don't know many people who eat rat. I don't know anybody who eats rat. But if anybody was to eat rat, it would probably be orcs and goblins. Anyways, as you can see on the table here, he has 3 units. 2 of them are clan rats, whatever they're called, rat at arms. One of them is a Vermin guard unit, and then with the big pendulum. The pendulum is his general, and on the pendulum he has a really cool item. It's like a duelist shield, but it's something different. Anyways, he has like 30-something Plague Brotherhood that are pushing the pendulum. He has an assassin in that unit. The assassin has a potion of strength, which is really interesting because I read something really cool. I found out something really cool about that assassin in that unit. The assassin could pop the potion of strength and throw his ninja stars. Now the ninja stars have poison automatically because the assassin has poison attacks, and not only that, but they do multiple wounds. So if he got a strength 6 freaking shot, he could freaking start doing multiple wounds onto your monsters. Holy shit. Anyways, so he has his BSB. I don't think he has any wizard. I think he forsake magic just to get a BSB, an assassin, and his general all in that unit. It's his Death Star. Don't want to fuck with that. Alright, he has 2 lightning cannons, he has 2 dread mills, and he has 2 hell pit abominations. Holy shit. And he also has 2 meat grinders, which I totally forgot about. But as you can see, one of them has it in the unit of Rat Arms here, and the other one has the Rat Arms there. Inside his menu, as you can see, he has it shows you what you're dealing with. In the desserts, he has his Dreadmill Cone, and what is the Black Hunger? I think the Black Hunger is the meat grinder. It is the meat grinder. Holy crap. And the Dreaded Delight is the Plague Pendulum. That was just the appetizer. The Sakara Special. There you go. Assassin that rolls. Poison, Lethal Strike, Tail Weapon, Potion of Strength. That's crazy. Anyways, here's my opponent, Mr. Euron. And then this is how dedicated he is to his rat army. On his shirt, he has an ET style shirt. ET Go Home. Where the Dreadmill and the A-Bomb and his bell are all like flying over the moon. That is fucking awesome. Anyways, from my magic, I got Scorching Salvo, Transmutation, Scorching Salvo, Pyroclastic Flow, Immolation, Cascading Fire. I thought I had Enveloping Embers. I want to say I thought I did. Anyways, I also have the Wheel Turns, Will o' the Wisp, and Deceptive Glamour. Now we are playing, I think it's just Classic Battle Line, Hold the Center. I want to say that's what it was. Center's right there where that L is. As you can see, there's fields in the middle, there's walls in the middle. And what ends up happening is, I think we're doing the drop, I drop, he drops, I drop, he drops. And I kind of wanted to see where he was going. Now, he does have a list. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. And I know this is 8 minutes into the video, but you know what? Fuck it. You guys aren't going to get content from me for a little while because there's no tournaments coming up. So you guys get this one for a long time. Alright. He has an army that is designed to destroy my monsters. Let me repeat. He has an army that is designed to destroy my monsters. Dreadmills have strength 10 shots that do multiple wounds. And even if they're not strength 10, it has a high chance of being strength 6 or 8 or 10 and multiple wounds. Alright? And they auto hit. Alright? The cannons hit very accurately, and they can be strength 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright? Easily. Alright? So, knowing that, and he has 4 things that could just destroy it, and not only that, but if my spiders get into combat with his pendulum could beat the shit out of him, and the assassin could beat the shit out of him. If my spiders get into fights with the hell pits, and I just don't get lucky enough with his regen saves, he could just destroy my spiders. So I'm just thinking, like, holy shit, this really sucks. Now, I waited till he dropped one. He obviously played a very mirror style drops, except for the hell pits. He dropped 1 Dreadmill on one side, 1 Dreadmill on the other, and what I think he finished dropping. He wants to drop everything first so he could take first turn. I'm almost positive that's what he did. So, and again, guys, this has been a couple weeks since I did this game, so my memory's a little fuzzy. But when he dropped everything first, I had the option. I was like, I could try to avoid or deal with both Dreadmills on their own, or I could just load everything onto one side and just deal with 1 Dreadmill for quite a couple turns. That is the option I took. I also found out that the Dreadmill must shoot whatever is closest. So I figured, as long as my Wolf Riders, the Raiders, are the closest thing the Dreadmill can shoot, my spiders will be safe. So that becomes a game of where I have to start keeping them in the leadership bubble of Zod. Alright, so anyways guys, as you can see, I put the K-Pack on the left. I think the reason I did that was because eventually I want the K-Pack to deal with the Dreadmill instead of the spiders. Because I want the spiders to flank around the building and get into the flank of everything he has on that side. I decided, since we're playing Hold the Center, I decided to keep the Bazooka and the Horde, Baxter and the Savages all in the center, basically watching that. Now, in all fairness, I am not too scared of his Hell Pits. I'm not too scared of his Brotherhood unit, but I am scared of it altogether, and my Savages can't handle it altogether, and my Goblins can't handle it altogether. My Goblins will do great. I'm going to have a couple turns just to shoot. All I have to do is focus on those Hell Pits to get them out of the way, out of the picture. And then I don't remember why I put Crom there. I think I put Crom there just so I could get the +1 to wound. Yes, I put him there so I could get the +1 to wound to the Savages, who are Strength 5 on those T4 guys up there, even though it doesn't play out that way. Anyways, so turn 1. Let's show what he has on this side. Yeah, this is basically how he deployed. He put the one cannon on the hill, one cannon on the side. Hell Pits are sideways because this is a trick that most people do with random movers or flyers. Is basically they will turn the direction they want to go. They'll get the free pivot and then they'll move forward, which they'll gain an inch or two from that. So he goes ahead and does that. Yeah, this is how this side looks. And let's go over what I said. Turn 1, Skaven, or Vermin Swarm, turn 1. The Polish Rats, turn 1. Polish Rats, turn 1. He decides he's going to start bouncing his Dreadmill off the wall because he wants to wait till I get closer to deal with it. Over here, he moves both Hell Pits straight forward, and he starts to move his other Dreadmill around to the right side. Everybody else kind of sits back for just a couple turns because he wants the Dreadmill, he wants the Hell Pits to deal with my issues, my big threats. So that's basically it over here. Look at these guys. These guys are actually really well done. Look at that. Holy crap. Alright, so shooting phase, I believe this thing actually got like a strength 2 shot. He just rolled really low on his attack roll, and then I realized my mistake. My mistake here was leaving my wolves a little too far from my general's bubble, which I rectify in the next round. But yeah, that's how it looks over here. And he ended up, he did kill one of my guys here with the shot. He had the strength 2 shot, only killed off one dog. But they don't have to take a panic with one. And then over here, this cannon actually misfired, doesn't shoot for a turn. This cannon does shoot, gets a direct hit into my spider, and does 3 wounds. That's about it. It's going to go start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1. Holy shit, there's a lot of movement going on. So what I ended up doing, actually, I don't rectify my problem yet. What I do, yes, I just said do, is I put the dogs screening his Dreadmill, kind of giving him no option either just to move away, move into them, or basically no matter what happens, the dogs have an opportunity. If he shoots me and my dogs live, as you can see, they're facing the cannon. I'm seriously going to go over my thought process here. They're facing the cannon. He doesn't charge into me, and he shoots me, forces at least 3 to die, which leaves the other one wide open and allows my K-Pack to charge into the Dreadmill. Option B, he does charge into me, overruns, doesn't fall, goes anywhere in the average roll of 9 or 10, and my K-Pack will charge into him. Or he moves away from me, okay? And what ends up happening is he still shoots my guys, and the K-Pack can still have a chance to charge in. And if he doesn't, if he tries to restrain, my wolf boys could charge into his cannon. Now both spiders go around the hill, or around the building, exactly as planned. He only has one unit of ratted arms right there, which has no chance in hell against 2 spiders. The truth is, though, he has a high chance of killing 1 spider with both cannons on this turn. Now I built a gap between the building and the bazooka and the horde, so Zod can charge out of it when those Hell Pits get closer. My guys do not move. My goblins do not fucking move. They're gonna sit there and they're gonna shoot every fucking bow shot. They can't kill fucking Help Hit. And my Savages sit still, and Crom, I think, just moved in just a little bit to clench his butthole when the Dreadbill comes closer. Anyways, let's go over, I think, Magic. Where's the picture of it? Yeah. Okay. Magic! Magic, I got 6 power dice. Go ahead and I do a ruby ring. I threw it with 1 dice, and he goes, oh, you got this, you got that. Okay, I'm going to just let this go. I'm going to let you get the ruby ring off. So I get the ruby ring off. I get a roll of 6 for the number of hits, and I roll the D3, and I get 3 more. I get 9 hits, and I freaking do fucking 5 wounds. 5 wounds onto 1 Help Hit. He was like, you gotta be kidding me. He goes, that was deadlier than any freaking spell you have. And I was like, I know. Oh, man. But everything else, he stopped with Magic. So shooting phase, I'm going to shoot all Bazooka in the Horde. I actually try to shoot the Bushwhackers first. They failed to kill it. So I shoot Bazooka in the Horde into the freaking Help Hit, and I end up killing the fucking Help Hit. Boom! Oh my god, round 1 Fireball was disgusting. Oh man, I don't know. I think I only had an angle on this one. I don't even know why I shot these guys, but I shot these guys with the Bushwhackers. I ended up killing off 2 of them, and that's all. Or I might have shot them with the spiders. I think I shot them with the spiders, to be honest. I don't remember. I really don't remember. But I shot them with somebody. It was with the Bushwhackers. The Bushwhacker shot him, got 2 wounds. All right. And it was going to start off turn 2, and there's some Milk Duds there, which reminds me I have some Milk Duds in here. Anyways, it's going to start off turn 2, Vermin Swarm. Vermin Swarm turn 2. So he goes straight forward with the Help Hit, and the Help Hit falls 2 inches shy. 2 inches shy of getting into Bazooka in the Horde. Holy shit. Which is fine, because as you can see, I actually set up a counter charge with Zod if I want to take it. Now, he doesn't charge here, and this is really funny. We start playing this game where we just don't charge each other. But he doesn't charge here. He moves away from my dogs, and as you can see, he actually zaps the crap out of them. Kills 3 dogs. And it causes a panic. The dog runs through the space rock, gets through the A rock, pops up here right next to Zod, which is totally fine because Zod's going to be like, get the fuck back in line and go back over there and fight. But the way he did this, though, he moved himself further away from my K-Pack, so my K-Pack can't charge him. Over here, shooting over here, this cannon ends up shooting another 3 wounds into the A rock. The other cannon cannot shoot because it misfired last turn, but this turn it can. It'll restore for next turn, excuse me, which leaves my spider alive. Now there's one thing I don't have a picture of right here, but what he ends up doing is he ended up moving that Rat-at-Arms unit, and he takes the meat grinder and moves it and chaffs both my spiders. Totally forgot he had that meat grinder. If I did remember, I would have spread out the spiders just a little bit more so he wouldn't be able to chaff me 2 chaffs with 1 item, with 1 unit. It's going to start off turn 2 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2 Orcs and Goblins. So I decide, fuck it, I'm going to just charge the spider in. I charge the A-Rock right into that meat grinder. I move the Space Rock all the way around, and doing so allows me to get options. I could charge the Vermin Guard that are chilling in the back with the Lightning Rod. I could charge the cannon if I want to charge the cannon. But more or less, I'm just kind of hoping the A-Rock destroys the meat grinder before the meat grinder gets a chance. Or I'm hoping that I win a terror check. And I decide not to charge Zod into that Help Hit. He was like, what? And I'm like, why? I could charge Zod in, yes, but Zod is ITP. Since Zod is ITP and say I win, he is just going to have counter charges all day on Zod and put Zod in a very bad spot. But in the meantime, just say I let him go. And I shoot the crap out of him with all my bow shots, and I just happen to kill him. Not to kill him. He's going to go into my units, but it doesn't matter. I'll be steadfast for days. So I'm like, I won't charge. The one thing I had to do it, and it hurts my soul to do, was I had to chaff his Plague Pendulum. And I used Crom to do so. I put Crom up there. I said, fuck it, Crom's going to be the chaff. But you know what? These guys are frenzied. He's on a chariot. He's going to run through a wall and through fields 4 times. 4 times. Which is 16 DTs he has to take. Because he has to charge. And then he kills me and he has to overrun. And he has to take the wall and the fields. That is crazy. Over here, as you can see, I just kind of moved myself where I'm playing the range game with his Dreadmill, and then, like I said, with the Space Rock's going to challenge either the Vermin Guard or the Cannon choices. Alright, Magic Phase got 7 power dice. Go ahead and I try to do the Ruby Ring again. He stops it this time. I go ahead and I try to do the other magic spells. Doesn't do shit. Shooting Phase, I end up shooting all my shots, and right before I shoot all my shots, he calls out the Lightning Rod, and I'm like, motherfucker. So I only get off 3 wounds off the Hell Pit, which is fine. It's a start. Alright. Over here, the A-Rock ended up eating the Meat Grinder, no problem. Does not cause a panic check, and I am in a bad spot where I can't really get to the other rats. And then it's going to start off his turn. Turn 3. Vermin Swarm. Turn 3, Vermin Swarm. He goes in! He's going to charge it to Crom. I'm like, ha 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 ha! Do it! Bring it to Crom. Oh, man. So he gets it, takes a DT. He actually takes a wound from the first charge, which is awesome. 2 wounds! 2 wounds! He's like, what do you mean? I have to take a DT for the wall and the fields? I'm like, yep, there's a wall and there's fields. You have to take 2 sets of DTs. Alright. He ends up moving this guy closer, and he's going to try to shoot the crap out of me, but you know what? I figured he only has 1 chance at this. He only has 1 chance, and the maximum now he could do is 9 wounds, which these guys have 8 wounds. Alright? Or 4 wounds each, excuse me. So he could kill 2 of my chariots, which is potential, a high possibility actually. But if he doesn't, I'm still going to have 2 guys left. They're in range of Zod, so they could keep their leadership bubble and they could charge in. Alright. Over here, he charges into the wall. He does this on purpose. And I'm like, what? And he goes, I'm confused why you didn't charge me, but I am not charging you. And I'm like, dude, nobody's charging anybody here. And he's like, I personally, I don't understand why he didn't charge in. I think he probably saw the fact that he's probably going to get killed if he does charge into my guys. I don't know. I don't know why he didn't charge in, but he charged it to the wall. He told me back then. Again, it's been a while. All right. And then he did charge it to Crom, and this is how the table looks right now. All right. Cannon shoots over here. Boom! Kills the fucking A-Rock. Oh, my heart. Oh, poor baby. Alright, over here, shoots the fucking zap, zap, and fucking kills 1. He killed Koga. Killed Koga. But I passed my leadership check, and I'm like, oh, buddy, you are so fucking dead. And then over here, close, shooting? I don't know what this did. I don't know who did 2 wounds here. Somebody did 2 wounds onto my Space Rock. I don't know. Somebody did 2 wounds. I don't know. Might have been the Meat Grinder. No, there was no Meat Grinder in the Vermin Guard. I don't know. Somebody did 2 wounds. Probably that cannon right there. I want to say it was the cannon. Alright, over here. Close combat. That fucking assassin popped out. Got like 3 fucking poisons. Multiplied the wounds. Fucking the pendulum went. The fucking Brotherhood went. And I didn't even get the chance. I was going to crush attack that fucking pendulum. I was going to crush attack that pendulum. But I didn't even get a chance. That fucker died. Like, beyond death. I think there was like 13 wounds. Between poisons, pendulums, brotherhoods. I was like, holy shit. And it also made me realize why I'm not going to attack that unit. So he has to overrun. He ends up taking 1 more dangerous terrain from the fucking fields. And oh my god, he's like, you gotta be kidding me. And I was like, oh, that couldn't have gone better. That just could not have gone better. I did 3 wounds without doing combat. Oh man, it's gonna go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3, I think this was. The Space Rock is going in, charging in. The freaking K-Pack is charging in. Zod! Zod is charging in. Yeah, Zod is charging in. Zod is charging in. And I contemplated charging the Bazooka and the Horadin, but I think I had a different plan ready for this. Yeah, so they all get in. Boom, boom, boom! Alright. I don't charge the Savages in. I know what you're saying. Like, what? What's going on? Why aren't you charging the Savages in? Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay? By the way, my guy did not... My one guy didn't rally. My Wolf Rider, my Raider, didn't rally. But my plan is... Let's think about this sensibly. It's turn 3. Turn 4, he charges into my savages. He obviously will win combat, and he'll run off the table. Turn 5, he gets back on the table. Turn 6, you see that one dog that might still be there? We'll chaff him. That is my plan, and he will not grab the center from me. I'll kill the Hell Pit, Bazooka and the Horde will go forward, take the center. The Space Rocks are already going to kill that unit. That other unit of Ratted Arms might contend me, but at the same time, I could potentially just kill that unit of Ratted Arms. And not only that, if he charges into my savages and runs off the table, he has no leadership bubble for these rats. No leadership bubble. So this is a huge play for me. This is a huge plan. I said, go ahead and charge the savages. And you see his cogs are turning. He's like, what? He's like, what are you talking about? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you charge your savages? And I'm like, I'm not charging the savages. I'm leaving them right there. I want you to charge them. So he's like, So I think he kind of figured it out. His Dreadmill's coming up the right side, by the way. And then, yeah, that's how the table looks. Magic. Oh, purple dice. You came back. 10 power dice. Go ahead and I do an immolation right there. And basically the way it works, he has these, what are they called? Movement trays that are a little odd shaped because it's just supposed to be metal and for them to stick on. But basically where that immolation is placed, he will touch it with the tip of it and he will burn that unit when he frenzy charges in. And he's like, that sucks. So immolation goes off. Go ahead and I start picking off these guys with the attribute. And I think, because they're in the fields. That's why. Close combat. Oh, close combat. Boom! Fucking K-Pack. Didn't even give him a chance to fucking attack. They just ran in and fucking fucked up that Dreadmill. Fuck that fuck. I am so proud of the K-Pack at this moment. Over here, close combat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where do I look at this? It's just bodies just falling everywhere. And he was not ready for me to tell him that I have a monster rank and his Vermin guard ran. I think I wiped out like they're 6 wide. So that's 6, 7, 8 I killed, maybe 9. And I had the charge and he did maybe a wound or two, so no, he did no wounds. He did no wounds. So I go ahead and I charge, or I chase him, and I end up eating that unit. Turn the A-Rock, or Space Rock goes this way. Keep on mixing up their name. Over here, close combat. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did 7 impact hits, and I did maybe like 2 wounds out of the 7, and he regens them. So I'm like, shit. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go extra hand weapons. And I'm just gonna go for him. He has like 1 wound remaining. I think that's the only reason I charged in, was the fact that I knew he had 1 wound remaining. So I do extra hand weapons. I go for it, and boom! I kill that fucker. Fuck that fuck. All right, doesn't panic his guys over there though, unfortunately. Oh no! It totally did panic them. They panic and they run away. Those pussy bastards. Even easier to get into this no contest of this hold the center. And it's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Turn 4, Vermin Swarm. Turn 4, Vermin Swarm. He restrained. And his fucking Dreadmill comes in the side. Boom! Out of nowhere. RKO out of nowhere. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. He restrains his Brotherhood. Now, his Brotherhood goes ahead and reforms. Now, the problem is he's an inch away. He was an inch away from me from the overrun on Crom. Okay? So since he's an inch away from my savages and he's trying to reform, he can't make himself coincidentally shift sideways because the center is technically just say 2.5 inches away from the savages. So the center has to stay there. So he basically just turns into rank and file facing the flank of my goblins. And I'm like, oh shit, that is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Alright, close combat. Impact hits, only kills off 1 savage. Then he goes ahead and starts attacking. He ends up killing off 5 savages total. My savages do it like a wound back, but I am steadfast. I am going to stick, and I go ahead and I reform facing sideways. And it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 4, I think this is. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. This is where the game gets really crafty. And I'm trying to see what I did in this picture. So what I do is I march my goblins past his Plague Brotherhood. I rally the dog. I think I did rally the dog last turn. And I move the dog right in front of his Plague Brotherhood. Basically, his Plague Brotherhood has to charge the dog because they're not going to really do much else. Alright? I made sure that the overrun, this probably took up majority of our game, by the way. I made sure that the overrun doesn't get him close to Bazooka or Baxter and the boys and the Bushwhackers. And I'm making sure that I have nobody touching that unit, because that unit will shred everything I have. So I basically save Bazooka and the Horde, getting closer to the center. His one unit rallies. Alright. And that's how the table looks. Alright. K-Pack's going for the cannon. Space Rock's going to go ahead and chase the guys who are running. Or get the flank of the ratted arms over there. Magic Phase got 4 power dice. Go ahead and I start killing these guys off with like ruby rings and shit. I don't even remember. Close combat over here. He ends up killing off a couple of my savages. My savages only put up another wound on him. He wins combat. I'm steadfast. I stick again. And then let's go over the real. There's only a couple more pitches in this game. I'm going to tell you right now. So he goes ahead and he tries to play shenanigans. And I really mean shenanigans. He charges his meat grinder into the flank of my goblins. And since he will not be able to close the door, or as he can close the door as much as he can, he wants me to slide. I have to close the door and slide the back end of my goblins to where they're overrun with touch, and it still falls short. Not only that, but the angle that the dog was in basically would make the closing the door impossible with the meat grinder there, so I had to close the door to him, but it still doesn't connect. Holy shit. At this time, there's a bunch of people watching our game, and they're like, I'm confused why they're facing the wrong way. And I'm like, it's because we're running out of time, and we don't want to turn every fucking model facing the dog. But anyways, I understood. He understood. We're both on the same page. Holy shit. Holy shit. My heart dropped. I was like, oh my god, he's going to get the flank of my goblins and win the whole game right now. But I fucking lucked out. So he's going to kill the dog. He's going to overrun, face this way, and then over here, he shoots into my spider, doesn't kill my spider. So what ends up happening is, this is actually the last picture I have of the game. We're running out of time, so what we did was we kind of just talked this through to figure out what's going to happen. My bad. This picture actually is, my BSB was on the edge. He charged the meat grinder in. He did a couple wounds with impact hits. My BSB goes and actually got 2 wounds off through poison, because it's a forest goblin. 2 wounds off through poison onto his meat grinder, and he failed both armor saves. That was just pure luck. It allows my Bazooka and the Horde to be free on this turn, which I'm going to go ahead and charge that unit that's contesting the center objective. I charge a long charge with the Space Rock into the same unit, get in, alright, and then basically we just talked it over. Oh, the K-Pack went for the cannon, so I kill the cannon, I kill this unit. We just kind of figured it out. He said if he could try to do a couple wounds to see if he kills the spider. He doesn't. I would destroy that unit. I keep the objective, and then basically turn 6 I would just avoid his pendulum, and I win the game. Holy shit! Wow. What a game. What a game. What a game, guys. Holy crap. Alright, let's go over really quick. This is a 16-4 victory for the Orcs and Goblins. It was a hell of a game. It was a very, very, very thoughtful game. Like, we had to think and think and think. Now, guys, if you guys don't know, I don't have a picture of it. I probably couldn't find a picture of it. Well, I'll try to see if I can put it in here, but if not, I forgot. I'm sorry. And, oh, by the way, here's a better picture of his ET shirt. And yes, that guy, John Spells, in the background does have a suit on. Alright, so you guys, if you don't know, what ended up happening was, in game 1 and 2, Terrace, he's a Demon of Lust player, got 2 big 20s. Game 3, he had a tie against me for a 10-10. Game 4, he played this guy, Uran, and got a 10-10. So he's really high up there in points for first place. He is playing Lenny, who actually made a comeback from the big loss he had against me. And Lenny comes up to me and he goes, and he finished his game and he goes, "Can Terrace beat you?" And I said, "Yes. Terrace needs a 20 and I need to score really low or lose this game." Well, I didn't lose the game. And then Lenny comes up to me and he goes, "I beat Terrace 19-1. Holy crap! Alright, let's go over what's going on over here. So as you can see, this is a picture of everybody just kind of putting shit away. Whatever. There's a picture of Robert Navarez. I can't tell. I don't know. There's no way to tell them apart. I mean, they know, but I don't know. Alright. Anyways, this is a picture of Jeff, and Jeff is going over the wieners, but not only that, he's going over, there's like some prizes you can win, whatever. I forgot what the hell he was talking about. He's thinking, we're talking about future events, and one of the future events is actually Wicked GT, which is coming up like in the summertime, I think springtime actually. Corner Hammer, which is being brought up by Len and Jeremy Gottschalk in Chicago. Corner Hammer is probably going to be one of the bigger events of the year, and it's going to start off the tournament season actually too. We do have Siege in the Tower next month, which is January, but unfortunately I will not be able to attend. That January is usually just the busiest time for me in the gyms, and then December there's no real tournaments going on. So they were talking over, I think, was it River City Rumble or something like that? I forgot what it was. Anyways, so the Wooden Spoon Award, or the Spatula Award goes to this guy right here, and I do have War Score up. Let me see what his name is. Basically, this guy, it was the Most Determined Award, which is somebody who went through all games and kind of got his butt kicked. But actually, it should have been Brian Hughes. No, this is not the final. The points are all out of whack. I can't figure it out. Should have been Fergus, actually. Anyways, should have been Fergus, went to this guy. Let's move on. The best sportsman went to Jeremy Schweitzer, and I do believe there's a mix-up on this one, because I believe Schweitzer should have won best painted. But that's my take on it. Schweitzer's an awesome guy, though, and best sportsman fits him, too, because this guy is a blast to play against. But the person who I really think should have won best sportsman is this woman right here, Karen, and Karen won best paint. That's why I think there's a mix-up. I think they were supposed to switch those awards around. But Karen did have a nicely painted Lizardman army. You could look at my game one. I played her, and it was a great opponent. And not only that, but the night before we were hanging out at dinner, and Jake Murphy was like, "I can't wait till you lose best paint." I'm like, I don't always win best paint. And Jake was sitting right next to me when Karen won. I was like, see, I didn't win best paint. Speaking of Jake motherfucking Murphy, he took third place, and he got the best evil army with his Dread Elves. Way to go, Jake motherfucking Murphy. Best good player out of nowhere came Mr. Justin Berge. This is a horrible picture for Justin. But Justin Berge with his High Elves. Justin Berge is normally a top contender for first place, but in game one, I'm actually wearing that shirt right now. Holy shit, that's funny. Anyways, in game one, he was playing a game against David Otero, which is the Vampire Dragon, the Zombie Dragon list, and he had no answer. He had a chance to kill it, but David Otero pulled up ahead, and Berge got knocked down to the bottom tables round one, and then basically was climbing his way back up, which got really close, but no cigar. Best neutral army went to Rob Navarez with his Saurian Ancients. One of them played Saurian Ancients, one of them played Infernal Dwarves. Whichever one's neutral, I think it's Saurian Ancients. Got this. I don't know if it's Rob or Roe. It's one of those. All right. In second place goes to Mr. Len Zukowski, who came back huge with his Infernal Dwarf army. Came back out of nowhere from that giant defeat he fought me at. And guys, I got a couple pictures here. First place, tournament, Hogfest 2017. First time this tournament's going, first time winner goes to me. Check out that fucking sword. Alright, here's another picture over here. Boom! There you guys go. Alright, man. Yeah, that's it. I won the tournament. Oh, man. I kind of had a feeling the second day after I tied with Terrace, I was like, I could still win this. I really, really can't fuck up. And I really was scared shitless of Euron and David, because Euron and David were my game 4 and game 5, and I was like, I'm up there. I just got to stay up there. And of course I have a good paint score. I just got to make sure I don't fucking lose these games big time. In both games I had big opportunities where I could have just lost the game. But guys, holy shit, it's an honor to win. And not only that, but this tournament is on War Score. Got a first place, which War Score works like this. It takes the top 3 scores of tournaments. So I got 100 points for this tournament. I got 100 points for Buckeyes. And then I got like 3rd place in Michigan GT, which should be like 91 points or 92 points, which should give me a score of 292 or 293, which will put me at 1st place on War Score for 2017. Booyah! Alright, guys. Not only did I do this, but guys, I gotta tell you right now, this burned me out. This burned me out. So I might not be playing for a couple months. Who knows? I'm gonna try. You know, to be honest, that's unfair of me to say. When version 2.0 comes out, when it comes out, because we all been waiting, and it's fucking December. It's almost December, and it's still not out yet. But when 2.0 comes out, I'm gonna go ahead and run a Dice Dojo tournament to kind of get people like up to speed on 2.0 rules. So that'll be coming out very soon. Hopefully this year. But anyways, I'll probably just do a Dice Dojo tournament in like January sometime. 1-day tournament. No big thing. No 2 days. But for the most part, my brain right now is not into Warhammer. Christmas is coming around the corner. I'm trying to get my gym up and running. And I'm still painting John's army. So until the rules come out, I think I'm just kind of on hiatus. Sorry to say that. Going back to Crom, guys. As you might have seen on the sneak peek on the forums, Crom, for some goddamn reason, they just decided that +1 to wound, and as I recall, they said, we really need to buff the Great Green Idol because nobody's taking the Great Green Idol. Let's buff him. And instead of buff him, they nerfed him. And the Green Idol is going to see greater pastures. But, guys, it's okay. I did well with him year-round, all year-round. I won some big tournaments, went to ETC with him. So, if he's not really playable in the current set of rules, it's okay. I'll have to bench him for the time being and play with these new giants that I hear about. These giants sound awesome. Anyways, let's go over my guys, my MVPs for my own army, if I can find the fucking spreadsheet I made. There we go. Alright. In 10th place, but not the weakest link in my army, goes to the Wolf Riders. The Raiders. The Raiders got 0 points, but if it wasn't for the Raiders on that last game, I would have got my ass handed to me by that frenzied unit. But holy shit, did the Raiders save my life. Whew. Alright, in 9th place goes to the Bushwhackers with 743 points, which is not much, to be honest. They got 9th place. In 8th place, which is probably the highest and biggest upset to me in the whole tournament, goes to Bazooka and the Horde. Bazooka and the Horde, they're usually top contenders for number 1 and 2 for these solo lords that are always running around, but right now they only got 8th place. They actually placed what Goblin Archer should place, which is very low on the totem pole, but holy shit, they didn't do shit. They didn't do shit. Wow. In 7th place, which is another upset, goes to General Zod. Zod only got 1,738 points. Wow, holy crap, what's going on? Bazooka and Zod at the bottom, and not only that, but in 6th place is the A-Rock. Holy shit, they are not pulling their weight. Oh my god, I'm glad that the rules are changing, because I gotta see what's going on with these guys. 6th place went to the A-Rock with 1,903 points. Going into 5th place, which is pretty much where Baxter's been falling, but Baxter the Pyromaniac got 5th place with 2,219 points. The 4th place goes to the Foot Clan. The Foot Clan coming back. They fucking killed that zombie dragon, which earned them a massive amount of points, because every other game, Kieran's game, they got 1,000 points. Len's game, they got 100. Terrace's game, they got 200. Euron's game, they got 100. And then David's game got him another 990. I think it should be more. I don't think that zombie dragon's only 700 points. I think it's actually more. But let's just give it the benefit of the doubt and give it 1190. Which pushes them even higher. It should be third place. But I think... I don't think that zombie dragon's 700 points. I think it's 900 points. But I could be wrong. Anyways. Crom is taking third place with 2,601 points. Crom, I'm gonna miss you, buddy. I know what people are saying. Oh, I used him because of the crush attack. Oh, I used him because he's T8. No, I used him for the +1 to wound. I always have, and most of his points are combo charges. But he does pull in some nice crush attacks sometimes. Crom, I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Second place goes to the K-Pack. Holy shit! Bringing in their points with 3,191 points. K-Pack took second place, leaving first place to the same MVP from last tournament, Michigan GT. It's the same tournament MVP this round. It is the Space Rock, the Coast to Coast, the chicken head on the Gargantula Spider, the Chicken Rock. 3,775 points, pulling in first place. The MVP is all over the board here. Everybody's not where they're supposed to be. Crom, the K-Pack, and the Foot Clan are taking up the top spots, while Zod and Bazooka and the Horde and the A-Rock are on the bottom spots. Doesn't make any sense, but you know what, guys? It won me the tournament, so I'll take that with what it is. And it was a hell of a game, hell of 5 games. It was really fun 5 games. I had a blast. It was really challenging each player, and I fought the top players there that were all top contenders. Len taking second place, Jake taking third place. I think David took fourth place, and then Euron took fifth or sixth place. I think Terrace took fifth place, and Euron took sixth place. So I fought all the guys in top 10 except for Murphy, who came back from the bottom. Wow, that was a hell of a game, and I think 7th place was Birdie. Guys, wow, that was tough. I'm glad I could get you guys this content, and I'll be glad to make you more content as it comes out. Guys, if you haven't heard already, I have a Patreon set up. The Patreon's really set up so that way I can afford my trip to Croatia next year for ETC, and not only that, but help me try to fund for a camera, because I've been using my phone camera for a while. And I'm going to go back to this picture. Thank you, Len, for taking this picture for me, because he doesn't like my normal selfies during my videos. But besides that, yeah, so if you guys would like to sign up on my Patreon, I just gave away the banner giveaway from last month. So you still have a chance in the next couple days to sign up for December. I'm not going to call it the raffle winner yet, but I'm going to do the raffle early next week to figure out who's going to get the next Shyhammer banner for Christmas. Oh, man. Anyways, and then you can still get some Koopa Dice that way as well. So you guys can go onto my Patreon, sign up that way. Besides that, guys, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. This MVP for this game is probably the Frenzied Plague Brotherhood. I'm going to give it to himself. I'm going to give it to his guys, because if they weren't frenzied, I was shit out of luck. So I'll give it to the Raiders. The Raiders winning the MVP spot because they held me the objective at the end. Holy shit. And besides that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tournament MVP for the game. You can see who the winners are. You guys heard my Patreon. That's all I really got to say, guys. Guys, I got this just under 50 minutes, so I'm going to stop at like 49:40 or something like that. So, guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the patronage I have. I appreciate all you guys watching my channel, watching my videos. I appreciate all the guys who actually messaged me this week and said, hey, did you die? Because I know I am not dead, obviously. Guys, I hope you enjoy this, and until next time, probably next year, take care and peace.